Hey, it's LJ, and welcome to another episode of LJ Reacts. For those of you who have not seen this before, this is my series of little reaction videos where I try and catch up with sort of pop culture moments from history that I seem to have missed up as I've missed out on as I've kind of grown up, grown older. You know, things like keeping a roof above my head has kind of got in the way. So yeah, I do these little YouTube videos and I kind of go back through some of the things I've missed. Mostly it's music videos, but there are some other plans sort of on the horizon. Hopefully someone soon they'll start surfacing. So yeah, if there's something you think I should cover, feel free to chuck it down in the comments below. I do read every comment. I'm not great at responding, but that's just on me. I do appreciate everyone though. So even some of the less positive ones, because at least I sort of, it kind of gives me a gauge of what people sort of think of me. And in this sort of line of work, that's kind of what you're expected to do, really, when you think about it. So yeah, and of course, if you do like me, don't forget you can like, share, subscribe this video, this channel. Of course, if you share it all, you know, it shows you like it, and that might get find someone else who likes it, so they might share it, and it grows. And of course, the bigger the community, the bigger the inspiration for me to do more of this. And if you're liking what I'm doing, then surely that's inspiration for you to do just that little thing. Just a thought. But still, let's just get to the end of this housekeeping so we can get on with what you're here for. So that's the YouTube stuff out of the way. Don't forget you've got the socials. I have got a Threads account recently. I don't know whether that's going to sort of make its way up there or not, but I am on Threads, and we'll see what happens with that. It's the same as the Facebook. So yeah, one thing I definitely do keep up with is the little link tree where I put in all my live stand updates, as well as all the other projects I'm working on. I think I've got a couple that will be materializing on there soon, but we'll see. And of course, finally, if you really appreciate what I'm doing and you got some spare change rattling around, just chuck it in the tip jar. It's not keeping the lights on at the minute, but it's just nice to know that people appreciate what I'm doing. And at the end of the day, that's what I do this for. I do this for you as much as I do for me. Which sounds sort of magnanimous, but no, everyone who does this, we're all narcissists. It's to a degree, some more than others, but that's just how this works. So now we've gotten all that out of the way, let's talk about what we're doing. So back in December, I posted a video where I covered this band previously. Basically, I was seeing them the week after I recorded the video, so I was just looking. I know some of their back catalogue, but I don't know it all that well. So I was kind of looking into that, and yeah, I got fairly positive reaction from what I've seen in the comment section there. So you enjoyed it, and you're still here. Excellent. It's great to have you back. And so yeah, I'm just going off one of the suggestions there. So you guys stick it in the comments, and I will read it eventually. So yeah, this one's got a fair few reaction videos actually. I've seen when I sort of looking up, there's a good sort of half a dozen that come up in the search straight away if you look it up on YouTube. But when I saw them, they didn't play it live. It was one that, you know, they only played about, I actually have the set list in front of me. There's 14 songs they played live, including the 2 encore songs. Was that including the 2 encore songs? Sorry, 14 songs in the main set plus the 2 encore songs. But yeah, this wasn't one of them, which is interesting considering the album they're supposed to be promoting is the album this song comes from. However, it does seem to have got a fair amount of popularity in the last sort of 7-8 months, however long it's been since the new albums come out. So yeah, so basically the fellow who suggested this basically said, check this out and see if you can hear the Creed inspirations. So yeah, this is this is off the recent Pawns and Kings album. This is Fable of a Silent Sun. I really don't know what else to say here because I think I probably said it all in my last video. So yeah, let's just skip over the rest of the gab. This is well, it's going to be a longer song, so yeah, let's. So I don't know how long this video currently is, but if it's longer than my average video, that's why. So yeah, let's give this a spin, as they would have said back in the day. And let's check out Fable of a Silent Sun by Alter Bridge. Sorry, Fable of the Silent Sun. Definitely something I can never be accused of being. So yeah, here it is. Alright, here we go. Fable of the Silent Sun.
Lost where we can't escape.
Do love the Tremonti guitars. The way there is just something special about the way that guy plays. I mentioned in the previous Alter Bridge video, I was a massive Creed fan as a teenager, and you know, they're just such a massive sound, partly because of Tremonti's guitars, and yeah, just the arpeggiating he's doing here, it's just beautiful. I do, for a guy who's sort of more like hard rock and metal, I do love a bit of jingly jangly in my guitars. There, like some of the Britpop indie bands, they can do that really well. But yeah, there. I mean, is Tremonti and Johnny Marr comparable? Maybe. Anyway, back to this.
Blind to our own decay, lamenting when we can't let go, until we die alone. We hope that it's not too late. I used to lie awake and sing this song. Fear is a hollow place, a dark beyond. The coldest season that I've ever known.
I don't know. To start with, I was thinking maybe Miles was getting lost a bit in the mix of it there, but you know, he's starting to sort of jump out at me the more this sort of kind of goes along. Yeah, is this? I wonder if is this like the whole song? Is this going to be just a slow burn into it? I mean, it's sounding good so far, so let's keep going, shall we?
But it's over now. I've learned from my mistakes. Times have changed.
Learn from my mistakes. Yeah, we should all learn from our mistakes. That's what they're there for. You screw up, you learn from it, you move on. I mean, just look at some of my early YouTube videos. Production-wise, I definitely made some mistakes, and hopefully, I've kind of gotten over them and I've moved along. And that's what I mean about the massive Tremonti guitar. Just the I kind of joked how this about the learning from mistakes. This is starting to sound a bit like my YouTube career, although that could just be my my narcissism that I mentioned at the start of the video. That's it. It's changing it up a bit. It is good sort of sometimes, with songs that they can sort of change it up. Dream Theater, some of their longest songs were really good at that. Also, the long songs on Green Day's American Idiot, they work. The sections work almost individually as songs, but despite them being so different, they link really well.
Those were the darkest days, I never will return. It's not confess, so you may learn. Convey the truth, the pain, so you won't have to hide. Please never second guess these words. Like a phoenix rising from the dust, I've come to lift you up. Like a new day dawning from above and turn, so you may learn a lesson from the things I've done. A fable of the silent sun. And buried way below, we have our deep regrets, with waves of anger to respect. We face the demons with intentions to protect. Our future angels forward made. Like a phoenix rising from the dust, I've come to lift you up. Like a new day dawning from above and turn, so you may learn a lesson from the things I've done. Of the silence, of the warning of the things to come, foreshadowing the end for some who dare and set out. A fable of the silence, of the warning of the things to come. Forgive me for the things I've done, I could have lost it
That's so not the most musically complex breakdown, but that actually really does sound awesome. Said I wasn't sure whether it would be a slow burn sort of at the start, but it's really sort of picked up into something else, this one. I need to look up where this is on the album. I'll just be interested to see where they've put it. maybe I was a little hasty when I said not overly complex. They're really going at it, especially Torrenti there.
I used to lie awake and sing this song. Fear is the hollow place, a dark beyond.
There is. I don't know if it's because I hear so much of him. Because I listen to Slash. I listen to. I occasionally listen to Alter Bridge. I've caught some of his solo stuff in the past, but there's something about, maybe it's just the way this song's put together. I feel I should be able to sing along to it, but yeah, there's something very familiar about it. Maybe it's because there is something. Alter Bridge have a sound that's very them, and it's quite prevalent here.
The coldest season that I've ever known, but it's over now. I've learned from my mistakes. But it's over now. I've learned from my mistakes. Like a phoenix rising from the dust, I've come to lift you up. Like a new day dawning from above into, so you may learn a lesson from the things I've done. A fable of the silent
So this definitely feels like it's going into the finishing stretch of the song, and there's over 30 seconds left, 35 seconds left. Yeah, so we've just been greeted with 10 seconds of silence. Still, after that display, I think we all need a breather, don't we? And that's it. Yeah. So, guess I better start coming up with some thoughts, hadn't I? That was Alter Bridge with Fable of the Silent Song. I'll get the title right one day. It's apparently not this day, the day I'm recording this video. Still, minor thing. So what did I think of that? Right, so halfway through I said I wondered where they were putting that in the track listing. So it's a 10-track album. That's track number 7, which is interesting placement given it's, I'm looking at the track listing now, it's the longest song on the album, so they've put it, I don't know, I mean the song itself builds up quite a bit, so I would put it near the start. It's quite a long epic song, maybe stick it at the end, but you know, they've put it track number 7, which is, I guess I could see it working, you know, because I've got a couple of the song titles there I recognise from the set list from when I saw them. So obviously they're going with a couple of things that people would recognise. Then this to sort of try and kind of bring them into maybe just like the last stretch of the album, because some people would say that, you know, at the end of the album no one really puts anything good at. Yet here they've put the title track as the last track, so this one maybe they're sort of trying to build it up so people keep going to the end. Don't know. Interesting choice. So the song itself, though, it is it builds up really well. Like I said, got a couple of different sections. It's something something that really drew me to Cradle somehow, with how they could a couple of the songs they did that with. It's the first time I think I've really heard that in a song, where you sort of build something up and then drop it off and then bring it back to something slightly different. Here there's no real sort of drop off. It was just kind of it was sort of one level, then it would jump to the next level, then there'd be something slightly different, which is I think sort of really worked. With all the bridge songs, I find that, with the exception of a couple, Metalingus jump into mind. They're not always that memorable the first time I listen to them, but I'll listen to them a second time and I'll just straight into the thing. I'm not yet, which is, don't know if that's just the way it's sort of set up, but I mean, this one, yeah, this one's got some really epic parts to it. Then again, I think that about a lot of sort of Alter Bridge songs. I sort of listen to it and be like, wow, I can see why people sort of love this band, especially love them more than Creed, which is essentially the same musical group just with a different vocalist. Am I upset they didn't play My Sacrifice in December? No, really not. Yeah, maybe last tour with Snap at some point, but yeah. So yeah, I really don't know what to sort of make of this one that I didn't say about Cradle to the Grave. There's elements of that in this, although I think this sort of changes it up a lot more at different points, whereas Cradle to the Grave it stays, it's very similar throughout, whereas this, you've got the different levels, which is something. I'm gonna rate it. I don't actually have my list of ratings in front of me right now, because yeah, I believe I rated it slightly higher. I believe I rated Cradle to the Grave kind of high and changed it in the end of year things I just did recently. This one, if I was to give it a number, which I should do, as I've given every other song bar one that I've listened to a number, I will stick it at a good old. See, I don't want to go into quarter marks because I'm tempted to. Do I round it up or do I round it down? I'm going to stick it at 7.5. But I feel when the next time I do a ranking video, it's gonna go up. But for now, I'm sticking at a nice 7.5. More just, more just because I feel it's very similar to everything else I've heard, but I don't want to knock it down too much because they do a lot of stuff in this song that I quite like. I think I'm gonna have to listen to it a couple more times to really get into it lyrically. But yeah, I definitely enjoy this one. So yeah, and there's a couple of other songs of theirs that I'm not really familiar with. Because I had some great songs thrown in the comments for my last Alter Bridge song, but sadly, guys, I've already heard them. I'm quite familiar with at least one of them. Blackbird, I think I know quite well too. So sorry, guys. But if there's, if you want to cut a bit deeper with Alter Bridge, feel free to chuck it in the comments below. If you don't want me doing Alter Bridge and there is someone you think I should be doing instead of Alter Bridge, hey, chuck it in the comments below. I will give them a listen. Those ones can yield the more interesting results to see which kind of way I go on them. Aesthetic Perfect, I believe, is the name of the band that really sort of took me out of my element. But still, I gave it a go because you guys asked for it. So that is what you can do. Just chuck it in the comments. And of course, help me defeat the YouTube algorithm. You know how this works. I said it all, like, share, subscribe, because if you like, someone else might like it. If they see this and they share it, someone else might like it. This grows a community, and you'll be a bigger, equally happy fan. With more inspiration for me to produce more content, which if you've watched the video this far, is what you're after. And of course, like me on the socials. I am on Threads, el.j.comedy. I am kind of waiting out to see whether I'm just going to stick with it. But if you're on Threads, join me. Other than that, don't forget, you've got the little link tree. See me live in person. Check out my other projects. Got some more coming up in the next few months, I believe. We'll have to see though. And of course, got any spare change, chuck it in the tip jar, because I do this for free, but it takes a lot of time and effort, and I just want to know you appreciate it, really. So yeah, that is it for now. Yeah, I will be back very soon with another one of these. I've got such a long list I need to work through. Stuff that you suggested, stuff that I want to cover. So that will be appearing very soon. Until then, I've been LJ. It's been emotional.
I used to lie awake and sing this song. Fear is a hollow place, a dark beyond.
Hey, and welcome to another episode. The opening line, every time I screw it up. Make me winner? Hello, yeah, speaking. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Right, I'm currently in the middle of something. Can you call me back? Yeah. Okay. Well, that kind of threw me out a little.